manufactured. It is premeditated over, decades, generations, maybe even, would it be a safe bet to say maybe even eons, for crying out loud, that these plans are being laid out by the powers that be behind the scenes, the think tanks or whatever, to put these people in. And I'm certain that it's no stretch to say that they've possibly been biogenetically engineered or artificially inseminated or cloned, if you will, or
absolutely, yeah.
Which doesn't thwart off the idea of David Icke's writings and the fact that they may not even be natural human beings to begin with. And this is where it gets very fascinating, because again, within the scope of humanity and our level of consciousness, it's very tough for me to get my head around how these people can contrive these nefarious plans that they have. There has to be supernatural events taking place of some kind or another.
Yeah. Well, do you find it coincidental that the day after the so-called death, and I say so-called because I don't feel that Madeline Dunham is dead, that they had to move her out of the way to prevent the ultimate secret from being found out. So they had to get her out of the way. She's too valuable.
We're talking about the lady in Hawaii, the grandmother that died the day before election, mysteriously, supposedly died. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Now, the next day, election night, Michelle Obama is wearing a Black Widow voodoo dress. It's obvious that these people, who in their right mind, if in respect to the passing of that grandmother, if she actually passed, would even consider, I wouldn't wear it or ask a woman to wear a dress like that to a nightclub, let alone to an acceptance speech after a presidential election.
Well, on that topic, have you ever, taken the initiative to go down in the journalistic rabbit hole on Barack Obama's wife to any degree?
Well, others have, and there's as much obfuscation there. She's part of the pay-for-play scandal in Chicago related to Rod Blagojevich, the governor. She's part of this Tony Resco scandal. She participated in that equally with Obama, the money laundering to take over Resco's home.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but my synopsis is, as far as Blagojevich is concerned, he was put into the same category, just like Elliot Spitzer.
Yes.
He had come out within hours prior to this indictment coming down, and had made a public announcement via the mainstream media to boycott Bank of America throughout the state of Illinois. And boom, immediately he was gone.
Yes, and I think they actually indicted him to hide the corruption behind the Daily Ed Burke political machine in Chicago. So I'm reading between the lines.
Right. No, I understand that you are. So we're looking at Barack Obama's wife here and these connections that she has. So do you think that it is a possibility or a probability that maybe this entire marriage is an arranged marriage? I mean, look at the Clintons. We know that Hillary Clinton's a dyke, that Bill Clinton's about as promiscuous as they come. Yet Monica Lewinsky did her number on Bill Clinton along with numerous other affairs which have been documented. Yet Hillary Clinton sticks with him. Well, there's only one reason for that. She doesn't care because she's not a heterosexual female anyway. All right?
Well, yeah, and she was doing Vince Foster at the same time he was doing Lewinsky.
Right, but my point being here, I mean, in that particular, I mean, and look at George H.W. Bush and his wife. I mean, hello, I mean, in the circles in which these people run with the high-priced hookers, the beautiful women that are running around there, it almost looks like in a lot of these circles that they are picked. In other words, they are placed together for political aspirations, not necessarily because they're in love with each other.
No, that's correct. You have to also recall that they're CIA agents, and likely Hillary is Bill's handler. And in part 3 of the Three Stooges, I should say.
Who's Monica Lewinsky's handler?
The Israeli Mossad.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a whole lot of ways I could go with that. Handling what and when.
Yeah. Linda Tripp? I don't know.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway. Okay. So Hillary Clinton, and now Hillary Clinton has been appointed on Barack Obama's staff as the Secretary of Defense, replacing Condoleezza Rice. And so we've got, this change is nothing more. It's more of the same. It's the same Zionist people putting into these key positions of power. So it's beginning to look more and more as we peel away the onion here that all of these executive orders in the Military Commissions Act and the John Ward Defense Bill and the Patriot Act, this was all done as a preface just to set up the entrance of Barack Obama. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, that, and it's also obfuscation of the tremendous embezzlement and theft of public funds in the trillions of dollars. And that you and I have talked about on past shows. We don't need to go into that, other than to say that my research in Obama definitely shows that he's part of the real estate fraud that's going on that has been called a bailout, and that's just because the funds have been deposited into offshore accounts that have been frozen. And they need to hypothecate new money to keep the game going. Hillary is a big part of that. Bill was a big part of it. The Bushes were a big part of it. And Obama, despite what anyone says about his absolute abhorrence to what he has learned, he's been part of it too. And I've written about that. If anyone reads this whole series of articles, they will come to see how this is being played over and over again with each political puppet that they put in front of us. And it's all about the money. Ultimately, it's about money and power. In this case, they're trying to bring this country to its knees. And if we wake up in time, we can put a stop to it, because they're doing it through the real estate.
Well, I could go into the auto industry, but we won't go there. I'll tell you what, we're coming to the end of the show. Don, I want to thank you so much for coming on, sharing your time, and sharing your article with us. The Three Stooges Go to Washington, Part 5. You can access it at directlightproductions.com. Don Nicoloff's website. His show is bbsradio.com. Evident Footprints. Don, thank you so much again for sharing time with me, and I'll see you next time, my friend.
Thanks for having me on, Michael. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, folks, end of another day. I will see you same time, same station tomorrow with a, weekly news update. What happened during the past week. So stay tuned for Aubrey Jane, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. Bye.
Hi folks, Doug Owen here for TexasTeamSpeak.com, one of the world's largest authorized TeamSpeak host providers on the net. TeamSpeak is a voice-over IP teleconferencing solution that consists of both client and server-side software. The TeamSpeak server acts as a host to multiple client connections capable of handling literally thousands of simultaneous users and works in a variety of applications, such as teammates speaking with one another while playing their favorite online video game, small businesses cutting costs on long-distance charges, or for personal communication with friends and family. With TeamSpeak, you can easily stay connected with your fellow group members or start a special group to invite others to join. Whether you seek a private communication medium or would prefer to host a server open to the public, TeamSpeak is an ideal solution to help communicate your interests with others online. When a word is worth 1,000 keystrokes, use TexasTeamSpeak.com.
The First Amendment in the Bill of Rights limits the government's power by ensuring freedom of speech and preserving the rights of the people. Every day that passes, our rights gradually slip away. It's time to take a stand and let the government know we're tired of losing our rights. LibertyStickers.com will allow you to express your rights and allow millions of people to see you stand up for what you believe in. LibertyStickers.com carries the largest selection of bumper stickers online, ranging from political to humorous, and is your #1 source for Ron Paul for President stickers. As always, you can find your favorite stickers that protest the war and the president. Don't see what you're looking for? Liberty Stickers will custom make stickers that will let you get your message across for all Americans to see. Go to LibertyStickers.com and see pre-made stickers that will get everyone talking. That's LibertyStickers.com, or call 877-873-9626. Liberty Stickers, the world's most dangerous stickers.
History will always remember those with the strongest voice. You're listening to the Oracle Broadcasting Network. Long live the revolution.